Did you know that there are 2 sites in the U.S. that have these directed energy weapons? One is Nevada and the other is Maui. Let's start with this directed energy Air Force Maui Optical and Supercomputing AMOS site located on the island of Maui. May I quote from the website? Listen to this. Directed energy harnesses the power of the electromagnetic spectrum to enable airmen to effectively and affordably strike critical targets at the speed of light. Question, why Maui? Answer, it's a new smart grid in Hawaii dubbed the, quote, Jump Smart Maui Project.
The Department of Defense spends about $1 billion annually developing directed energy weapons, such as high-energy lasers and high-powered microwaves. These weapons can disrupt or destroy their targets at the speed of light. For example, DoD has developed high-energy lasers that have successfully shot down drones, but speed isn't their only advantage. They're also less expensive per use than traditional weapons like guns and missiles. Despite those potential advantages, DoD has had trouble getting these technologies out of the lab and into service. The Army has developed a detailed transition plan to support moving these weapons into the next stages of development. We recommended that the Navy and the Air Force develop similar plans.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
President Biden and the First Lady are set to visit Maui today to get a first-hand look at the massive destruction caused by the wildfires there. At least 114 people have been killed. The Maui County mayor now says 850 people are officially listed as missing. Lilia Luciano is on the island of Maui, where she spoke with a mother who desperately tried to get home to save her teenage son.
On what should have been Guillermo Fuentes' 15th birthday, friends and family honored his life at the same park where he learned to walk as a baby.
He had a very kind heart. A very good heart.
The teen was home alone, enjoying the last day of summer vacation, when flames tore through the town of Lahaina.
We saw the strong smoke in the air.
Fuentes' adoptive mom, Luz Vargas, who runs a local cleaning service, was working 5 miles away. As soon as they learned the fire was ravaging the area, she and her husband Andres jumped in the car and raced toward their burning neighborhood. With traffic at a standstill, she took off running.
I was told, don't go, but I responded, my son.
At one point, Vargas says she ran into a police barricade.
I threw myself on the floor. I lifted my hands up and I begged God.
After running past the officers, she says a man on a motorcycle took her to the front line of the fire, where a team of first responders assured her the area had been cleared.
I was told there's nobody there now. Have faith that your son got out.
2 days later, the family finally made it to the devastated home.
When we arrived, everything had been consumed by the fire. But when I got to his bedroom, he was there, lying and hugging my dog. But he was not as I expected, in ashes. God maintained him like this, so we knew it was him.
Vargas's husband Andres and their son Josue wrapped Calleros' remains in a tarp and carried his body half a mile to a police station.
When I get home at night, I'm flooded with the memories. I try to be strong.
Now the family is left grieving not only the life lost, but what could have been.
I wish I could have made more memories with him. He was too young. If we still had time, I know he would have been a very, very, very good man.
Luz says that Cato was always laughing and that just days before his death, he was giggling when she told him that his birthday celebration would be big and packed full of people. And Dana, it was.
Just devastating. Lilia, thank you.
If you happen to see green lasers in the sky, not to worry. It's the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers conducting coastal surveys. And they're being done using a contracted aircraft equipped with a light detection and ranging system. The lasers are used to measure distance. Residents near Oahu South facing shores between Barbers Point and Diamond Head might see those broad beams of green light across the night sky. It'll happen between midnight and 5 a.m. from Friday, April the 28th through the 30th. Officials say brief exposure to the light is not harmful to the unprotected eye.
Did you know
the government has to step up and really help these people?
And I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to say that what's going on right now here on the island of Maui, it's a crime against humanity. And as you as a fellow American or a fellow citizen of the world, if you're going to stand by and just let this happen without taking whatever appropriate action that you can take, I mean, I hate to say it, but you're adding to the problem.
Front Street, and all the cars were lined up, but none of them were moving. And I walked all the way from Safeway to the chart house. Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. And I got to the end and I looked up, there were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway. It's going to hit Front Street. You know, these people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And so I just kept walking. Well, maybe he knows something I don't, you know. So, and I keep walking down the highway, and I look behind, no cars are coming out. Still no cars coming out. And I started hearing boom, boom, boom.
The Department of Defense spends about $1 billion annually developing directed energy weapons, such as high-energy lasers and high-powered microwaves. These weapons can disrupt or destroy their targets at the speed of light.
A pain and suffering has turned to anger for some residents tonight after national news reports saying FEMA workers have turned the tragedy into a vacation.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
If you happen to see green lasers in the
sky, not to worry, it's the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers conducting coastal surveys. And they're being done using a contracted aircraft equipped with a light detection and ranging system. The lasers are used to measure distance. Residents near Oahu South facing shores between Barbers Point and Diamond Head might see those broad beams of green light across the night sky. It'll happen between midnight and 5 a.m. from Friday, April the 28th through the 30th. Officials say brief exposure to the light is not harmful to the unprotected eye.